What is up, YouTube? It is your boy John here from Puma, Plow, playing some more Farming Simulator 22. We're back on Stone Valley. Let's get to it. Alrighty, we are here in the farm sim. Need to go find our sprayer. That is what we need to do. Wayne Carson or Trent Filson. They are not around right now. In fact, nobody's around right now. It's just us, chat, which is totally fine. Totally fine. They'll be around eventually, I'm sure. All right, we want to go ahead and take that contract, and that is for Field 8. And Field 8 is oh, it's over there. It's the one that's okay. It's hard to see the white text on a white field because it has cotton in it. Hard to see that, y'all. You know what I mean? Hard to see that. Oh, I see somebody's in TeamSpeak. Uh-oh. I haven't had a chance to vet their microphone yet because they just got a new computer, so this could be an experience here in a few. Could be an experience, chat, but that's okay. Okay, hang on. I got Whisper. Okay. Hold on. Okay. What? Steven, what? Wait. Steven, what? That is from Steven, right? Steven, what do you, what? I'm so, oh, for like oh. Okay, I got you. Whoa, that's cool looking. Okay. I got you, Steven. I was like, I don't know what this is. Like, what are you even talking about? Sorry. Oh, it's the field I'm in already. Hey, dum-dum, it's the field you're in. Hey, dum-dum. Okay. The problem, Steven, and I mean, it's pretty obvious, you know, what you know. It's not a metal building per se because it's wood frame, but it's covered in metal. You know what I mean? Like like farm sheds. It's covered, you know. And it's just a giant, Faraday cage. Let's be real. So Dad gets a little bit of signal on his phone. Like he can answer a call, but most of the time he has to go outside to like take the call. You know what I mean? I don't get calls in the shed, which is kind of nice, actually. It's nice and quiet. Not that there's a ton of people calling me anyway. That's not really a thing I have to deal with. But the odd chance that somebody wants to bother me, like, they can't get through, so it's okay. And then sometimes, like, I walk past the door and I'll get, like, a bunch of notifications on my phone or something like that, you know? Okay, that's kind of funny, though. Oh, did you see that? We almost scratched the paint. Laura Barbara, hello. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. That goes for everybody, right? Hope everybody's having a good Thursday. So I need an indoor booster like they use in large warehouses. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of nice not having signal. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like connected, but sometimes it's nice not to get Snapchats from Carson. You know what I mean? What's really funny, sometimes I'll like film a snap, hit send. It won't actually send until I get to my home Wi-Fi. And so it'll be like pitch dark outside and I'll finally send a snap of like, hey guys, I'm mowing my grass, and it's like bright and sunny, So like what I'm saying is, you know, it's not a bad thing to not have signal. It would be nice for like, you know, space watching stuff and stuff like that. Like YouTube TV to watch NASCAR and stuff. That'd be cool, but whatever. Is whatever. You had to go and give some blood this morning. You'll find out Tuesday. Gotcha, Laura. I hope everything works out like you want it to. You know what I mean? I hope everything's good and yeah, hope everything is like it's supposed to be. Who on earth would want that? Exactly, Steve. Exactly. That's my point. That's my point. Oh, goodness. No, it would be nice for like YouTube TV, like I said, to be able to keep up with like sporting events and NASCAR and stuff, but we're not at the farm to watch TV, you know? We're at the farm to like get stuff done. Sometimes we sit there and watch, you know. Here lately, we get, you know, we have a antenna. So we don't get a bunch, we get like a bunch of just garbage channels. I don't even know what channel it is. Some channel out of St. Louis here. But they've been playing Dog the Bounty Hunter. And like, Dad never really watched Dog the Bounty Hunter back in the day. I watched every episode. I love Dog the Bounty Hunter. But Dad has never watched it. So now we're like chilling at the farm and he's watching Dog the Bounty Hunter. And he's like, hang on, we got to see how this one ends. I'm like, spoiler, he gets his guy. Because that's how every episode ends. He gets his guy. You know? He like never doesn't get his guy, right? He always gets his guy. So it's kind of amusing for me to like watch Dad watch Dog the Bounty Hunter. You know what I mean? Like I find it very very amusing. Although sometimes we watch that 70s show too. It depends whatever's on these like cruddy networks, you know what I mean? That 70s show is, man, I need to watch that entire series. That show is funny. You love that show, Dog the Bounty Hunter? I love it too. It's great. It's such a good show. And these are like old, like, I think we saw like Baby Elisa's first episode like a week ago. Like his daughter, Baby Elisa. Like it's her first day on the job. So they say, you know what I mean? But yeah, we saw that. That was I don't know, a couple weeks ago we watched that one. So these are like fairly early episodes, you know? And they had, like Gary Boy was a little boy still, you know? Their wedding was on. We watched their wedding Sunday. I think that was on Sunday. Didn't watch it, but like it was on while we were in the back of the shed working on the tractor. You know what I mean? So, because most of the time when I say, oh, we're watching something, we're not actually like sitting there staring at it. You know what I mean? Like it's on, but it is sad that Beth passed away. Yeah. Yeah. Beth was awesome. She really was. You figured out. Oh, you couldn't see the difference in the symbol between hay and grass. Oh, I never thought about that. Did you have some like color? I'm not trying to be insensitive. Like colorblind issues? Is that what it is? Like seeing colors? Oh. Okay. Cause yeah, the symbol is identical. Oh, I never thought about that. I never would have thought about that. That is something to remember, isn't it? She was a ball of fire. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Beth was great. All right. No new contracts, so we'll go ahead and fast time. I never would have thought about that. That's crazy. But yeah. Okay. You just haven't played for very long. Okay. Okay. But I could definitely, that is something to keep in the back of my mind now when I'm like talking about it. Cause like there are a lot of people that have, you know, color blind issues or color seeing issue, however you want to say it. Not trying to be insensitive, but there's a lot of people that have that issue. So like that is something to keep in the back of my mind to tell people to look out for, you know? Yeah. But you got everything like squared away, got your cows all fed and happy? I'm hoping. Because there's nothing worse than a sad, hungry cow, you know? Or wait. Something like that, right? Dude. Here, pop up what it is if you mouse over the symbol. Be interesting. They've been eating just fine. Good. Good. Glad to hear it. Oh. Oh. I'm not trying to laugh at people that have color issues, but he said, okay, that's funny. Mafia, that's good. That's, wow. Found out that day he had color. Oh, wow. Wow. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right, so I'm waiting for it to be midnight, chat, really fast. Oh, little rain, wash the sprayer off. That's always good. I'm here for that. Once it's midnight, I'll stop time and see if I can get some more, see what we can get contract-wise, you see. That's the hope. All right. This is the redneck version of what color is this tree? Man, remember how crazy? Oh, I don't know what I don't. Okay, we can fertilize field 3. I didn't mean to hit that button. Oh, all the weeding contracts. Oh no. Well, they're disappearing anyways, so. All right, we definitely want all these fertilizing contracts. The sowing ones, I'm a little indifferent about. Like, I should. But the big ones to me are the fertilizing contracts. Because, you know, and same thing with the weeding. Like, the game's going to take care of that either way. The game won't take care of the fertilization. So we're going to accept all the fertilizing contracts that we can. Which looks like we're tapped out. Okay. So now we go back to fast timing. That is the redneck version of what color's the dress, yeah. Okay, I swear I heard Yanny though, okay? He got the Laurel or Yanny, remember that thing? Pretty sure I heard Yanny. And the dress was definitely... What color was the dress now? I'd have to see the photo again, I forget. To be honest. I don't actually remember what color the dress was. Alright, all the fertilizing contracts, y'all. We won them all. Because if you guys don't know, the game, the AI will not fertilize, you see. So if we fertilize, then we get more yield and stuff, you see. So we want to go ahead and fertilize because it'll just make for a better harvest for ourselves.
Trenton Zach cheered Dex 100 truck.
Trent, what's up? Oh. Truck? No. I have to do the contracts.
Stephen 829 cheered Dex 100. No. John takes all contracts. Weeding, plowing, planting, and transport.
Wait, transport? There's no transport contracts. Guys, thanks for the bits, Trent and Steven. Thank you. Why does fertilizing other people's crops help me with our harvest? Because we're going to be doing harvest contracts. So we are playing this Mafia. We're playing this very different than most people would play Farm Sim. We are only doing contracts. Okay, so when I say like fertilizing contracts are going to help our harvest, What I mean by that is by fertilizing these fields in the contract, when we go to do the harvest contracts, hopefully we get the harvest contracts for these fields. I should say, let me back up and say that. Hopefully we get the fertilizing contracts for these fields, right? Or the harvest contracts. So when we go to do, we don't have, oh, we do have it. Okay. I was like, do we not have this field? But when we go to do the harvest contracts, this field will be fully fertilized. At least that's the hope. You have a transport contract mod. That's the one contract mod I don't have. Yeah. So basically, we're just doing contracts. So if I can get a higher yield out of the field, I might as well, right? Because then I get to keep more. Because you only need a certain amount for the contract. You get to keep what's left, which we're selling anyway. We're just straight money out of that, right? But if the field is fully fertilized, I get paid to fertilize the field. Okay. So it's actually, they're paying me. I'm making money.
Steven 829 cheered Dex 100, but the one you need.
The one I need. The one what? I don't even know. Steven, thanks for the bits. And then, you know, when it comes time to harvest, we'll make more money there because we're, again, it's a fully fertilized field. Same thing in 19. If you're doing a bunch of contracts, absolutely. Go. Oh, the one bot. Yeah. True. Yeah, same thing in 19. If you're planning on doing harvest contracts, try to get the fertilizing contracts on those fields before harvest and you'll make more money. Yeah. You don't keep the harvest from a contract. You can keep a portion of the harvest from the contract. You have to turn in most of the crop from a harvest contract. You get to keep some. There is some extra, even in 19. But if you fertilize, there's more extra. Does that make sense? Like, there's more if you fertilize the field. Yeah. So you might as well try to get, well, okay, we're going to go over here. You might as well try to get as much yield as possible out of a contracted field. And basically the only way you can really do that is to fertilize it. So we're going to fertilize it. You know what I mean? But yeah. And they pay it. Exactly. Yeah. So you're making money like fertilize the contract to harvest plus the extra crop. So you're really making money 4 times on one field in a quote unquote year. Of course, I am playing with seasons on here in 22, but even in 19 without seasons, it's the same thing. So yeah. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome on in. How's it going? Welcome. And yes, I'm probably going to do a couple of different fields here at once too. Just because I can. I got this giant sprayer. Love this sprayer, by the way. This thing's awesome. In Vegas Bowl, you mentioned the swather. I haven't messed with that yet. I need to. But we wouldn't have a use for it on this map, at least right now. So, yeah. Gave you negative? What? How do you even do that, Vegas Bowl? How do you even do that? All bots die. What are the steps to get ready for next harvest? So, a couple questions before I can really answer that. Are you playing with seasons on or off? Well, that doesn't really matter. Precision kind of matters, though. You playing with seasons or precision? That kind of doesn't matter either. Actually, never mind. Basically, you got to decide. Yes, seasons, no precision. Okay. You got to decide what you're trying to plant because that means you'll go at it differently, right? And what equipment you want to use. So what are you trying to plant? Because if you're trying to plant wheat, then you're going to have to work the dirt. If you're planting, say, corn, then you're good. You don't have to work the dirt. You know what I mean? So, whoa, Bessie, settle down. Settle down. Okay, so there is no seeder that will direct drill, to my knowledge. So you're going to have to work the dirt. And you can do anything from plowing, disking, cultivating, whatever. You're going to have to do something. What I would personally recommend is fertilize first. So harvest and then fertilize right away. Okay, and that'll get you one of your fertilization states, right? And then, I don't know what seeder you're using, but hopefully it puts down fertilizer. Hopefully, and that'll get you your second fertilizer state, right? Right? Whenever the boar goes. Well, they're not base game, are they, Trent? No, they're not base game. But you're right, they do no-till, you're right. But he's probably base game, to be honest, right? No mods? All bots Mustang, base game? If I had to guess, I would say yes. Maybe I shouldn't assume, but I am. But I would recommend fertilizing directly after a harvest. Okay? That'd be my opinion. And then work your dirt. And then, well, okay, you're playing seasons. So you have to wait for, you know, when you can plant based on your seasons, right? And then plant. And that depends if you have weeds turned on or not, too. Because if you do, then I would herbicide. As soon as you're done planting, herbicide. And then if you really want to get crazy, I don't know if you're playing 19 or 22, but if you really want to get crazy, you can throw in mulching and rolling, too. But that's only if you want to get crazy. Yeah, there's different ways to go at it, depending on what you're doing. All right, chat, you ready for this? This might be an experience. And it might require me to tab out. But we'll see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and if you have any more questions, come back in. I might have done a bad job answering that one, but, you know, the whole thing. Sorry. Whoa, Trent's hardwired? Chat, let's go here if he's laggy still. Hello? Really, Trent? You just got yourself with that. That was good. Sean, hello?
Hey, that mail is for you.
What's up, Sean?
Nothing much.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah, okay, you're quiet, but don't do anything. I'm gonna adjust you on my end, okay?
Yeah, please. Please.
Yeet. All right. Anyway, we got Sean and Trent in the team speaking. Trent, thanks for the bits. Appreciate him. Sean, I was waiting for you to be like Xbox volume from back in the day.
Well, it is the same kind of headset, a Turtle Beach.
Oh, I know. I just remember playing like Minecraft or GTA with you back in the day. Like, I don't know what was up with it, but so you couldn't like adjust each person's volume, right?
Yeah, not like on PC.
So I remember like taking my headset off and putting it across the room. But that's okay. It's fine. Fine. I'll get. It's been a while, Sean. How you been, man?
No, I made the switch to the master race.
Yes, about time. About time. How you liking that new computer?
Well, I tried Euro Truck yesterday.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Never seen a game with 60 frames constant.
So you only have to lime if your field needs lime, which is about every 3 harvests or so. And you can sprinkle lime in whenever you want. That does seem, yeah, that does seem right. Order of operation, yeah. At least for wheat. if you're growing, say soybeans or corn or sunflowers or stuff you can plant with, like, say the Kinsey, because spoiler, the Kinsey is lit. Okay, this thing right here, this will no-till, meaning you don't have to work the dirt in front of it, and it fertilizes. So like it's yeah, it's great. So if you're gonna do a bunch of soybeans, highly recommend that seeder. You don't have to work the dirt ever, which is kind of nice. It's still mulch and roll, but yeah.
Or even the DBs.
Yeah, well, again, we're staying base game, Trent. I'm assuming since he's brand new to the game, he's not messing with mods yet, which I don't recommend to. If you're new to the game, don't mess with the mods. Don't even look at them. Just learn the base game first. Learn how to play farm sim before you get into mods. Yeah. For grass, okay, so grass is kind of an interesting one. There's a couple different ways to go at grass. What is that, Trent? Oh, the
That's the
DB.
DB.
Again, if he's just trying to figure out how to plant wheat, I'm assuming he's not messing with mods. I didn't go over the grass. No, I didn't go over grass. Grass is kind of an interesting one because there's actually a category in the shop called grassland care, which I don't know where it is because I never use this stuff. Here it is. So you have these rollers, right? And basically what you can do with this is after you mow your grass and get it cleaned up, of course, you can go at the field with this roller, which this roller is only 6.3 meters. It doesn't require any horsepower, only 100. But what this does is this jump starts the growth process. So instead of taking one in-game day or one in-game season, I guess it is, like a month, right? Or a day, whatever, for it to start growing, it'll start growing that same day. Okay. And it gives it a fertilization state if you use that roller as well. Now, if you don't want to use that roller because it's tiny and you rather just fertilize your grass with, say, pellets, you can do that. It'll just start growing the next day instead of the same day. Does that make sense? So whenever we're doing hay fields, we don't roll them. We just fertilize it and then it starts growing the next day. So goes with the 630. Okay. So you don't actually have to roll grass. You can, but you have to use a grassland care roller. You can't use a regular field roller. Regular field roller doesn't do the same thing. It has to be a grassland care roller. So it's kind of weird. We don't mess with them though. Whenever, like, I don't personally mess with those little rollers. They're too small. Yeah. And to be honest, you'll be fine most likely. You're not going to notice 1 day difference on your growth. The other thing with grass, little pro tip for you, when it says it's ready to harvest in the shop, or in the menu, go 1 more day. You actually need to go to the second day where it says it's ready to harvest. The other thing with, and it's kind of hard to, I don't have any like real grass on this map, but I can maybe look at it over here. I know this grass doesn't have it. You'll actually see like seed heads on the grass. That's when it's ready to harvest, and that's the second day. So grass is kind of weird like that. I don't know why they did that. I already have a ton of silage. Nice. So you can harvest it on the first day, but the second day gives you like a lot more yield. So yeah, it's kind of weird, to be honest. We'll have to look at the detail. I don't know why they don't have a like a two-tone ready to harvest thing like in the map here. At least for grass, it should have like, I don't know. To me, it should have something different besides just ready to harvest. That's just my opinion, though, of course. What do I know? I'm just the guy that plays the game, you know? Not the guy that made it, you know? So. Yeah. The whole thing, chat. Love 6, my day is going, man. How are you? How are you? How's your day? No, Mafia, I said I'm just the guy that plays the game, not that made the game.
Pankerton just resubscribed for 2 months. Forgot I had this.
Uh,
Thanks for the help.
Baker said no problem on the help, man. I did not make the game. I said I'm just the guy that plays the game, my guy. Just the guy that plays it. On the greenhouse, what should you grow? Simply selling. I don't know that it really matters too much.
It's lettuce.
Mafia, chill. Lettuce, do you think that's the best greenhouse crop, Trent?
If I remember right, I think it was lettuce.
Okay. And Trent says lettuce. I say don't mess with greenhouses unless you absolutely need them personally.
Oh, early base gain, that was all we had before months.
Yeah. No,
That
I'm
was
just
a
saying.
good money maker.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
actually
I
are.
wouldn't touch pallets.
Yeah. As far as first factory, that's kind of a personal preference. You know?
Mafia Meow just subscribed.
Mafia, thanks for following and subbing up. Do appreciate it, man. Welcome to the Plot Team. Enjoy your chat badge and your emotes. But as far as factory, oh, there's a tree there, chat. It depends what you want to do in the game. Using them for passive income. Yeah, chickens are really good at passive income as well, by the way. Eggs are worth money. It depends. Do you want a log? Then you would go into the sawmill and the what's it called? The furniture thing, right? Make furniture. Or do you want to have cows? Then you can go into the dairy. You found your new favorite emotes. Awesome. Or do you want to, you know, grow wheat and strawberries and something for sugar and make cakes? It just depends on what you want to do, to be honest. As far as first factory.
I saw that, Laura.
Uh-oh.
Watermelon greenhouses.
They have melon and watermelon greenhouses, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm on up.
and your grape and olives.
Oh.
You don't have to mess with the grapevines anymore.
Oh. Wow. Grain milk, bakery. Bread, yeah. Yeah, now first factory is kind of a, how do you want to handle your map? Where do you want to take your map? Laura, that's awesome, though. If we were into greenhouses, I would definitely have them. Maybe on our next map. Never know. Yeah, I think oat does give you more flour, yeah. But you know what I mean. Grow something to make flour. Grow something to make sugar, because you can go sugar beet or sugar cane. They're both terrible, but, you know.
I think sugar cane's worse.
Unless you have that harvester.
Still haven't, the 2-row?
Yeah, new 2-row.
I still haven't used it, but I know what you mean.
2-row with that auger wagon.
Yeah. Really, the tow behind harvester's not bad. Tow behind with like the whack, you gotta have people though. So, like, there's sugarcane harvest in numbers, you know?
Well,
Like-
the case, or case with that bull behind auger wagon's kind of the way to go.
Case doesn't have a hitch, so does it? Like the in-game case one?
Yeah, case has a hitch. The in-game case with that.
Negative,
with your
sir.
Argo,
Negative, Ghost Rider.
your top right.
That
Where?
you can turn it on, Sean.
Yeah, you two are blind.
Negative, Ghost Rider. There's totally not a hitch there, Trent. I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
This one has a beacon.
You got the mod for eDriver. What does that do? What is eDriver? Trent, you know that
Like
mod?
Auto drive?
Is that could be auto drive? I don't know.
I don't know e-drive.
I don't know eDrive either. Yeah, need an airplane for that one. Sorry. Is it supposed to make your hired workers like smarter? There we go. Thank you. Nice to see the Air Force is out today on this beautiful sunny, low humidity day here in St. Louis. It was
warm out today.
Bro, the humidity was so low here yesterday, Trent. I didn't even sweat at the farm.
Yeah, yesterday was great. Today is like, ugh.
That was the complete opposite for me. Yesterday was today is great.
We really didn't do much work at the farm. You know the biggest thing I did at the farm yesterday?
Your truck.
Sleep.
I sat down in the lawn chair and Dad was kind of working on stuff in the shed, and next thing I know, it was like 45 minutes later, dude, I passed out at the farm yesterday. It was not okay. I kind of think I was fighting a little cold or something though. Dad's like all yesterday anyway. He was all stuffed up and kind of sick sounding, and like once I found he was sick, I just was like, I don't really feel good either.
Sure it's not allergies?
I don't really have allergies. I don't really have allergies anyway. So, except for cottonwood. Cottonwood kills me, but that's about it. Trent, Starship update from yesterday. What happened?
Yeah, you missed your sack fire.
Oh, I watched it, Mac. These contracts, is the harvesting worth the time? Like sugar beets? No. I mean, they're a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but we don't generally do potatoes or sugar beet contracts. But Trent, was something about like when the third engine spooled, did that stop?
It looked like that was a abort for that third.
But did that abort like a full static fire or just like that engine static fire? Was the
That
question.
engine, there was two that actually.
It was, so
burned.
you're guessing it was supposed to be a 3 engine static and one aborted.
Yeah, it was just 3 and then 1 abort.
Okay.
Because even in slow-mo, you could see that it was
Yeah.
fired and one spin primed and aborted.
The entire neighborhood was happy I got hit by lightning. Oh man, the cottonwood. So I was, one time when I was a kid, Chad, I was riding my bike on the street that's behind my house, like in the neighborhood here. And I got the little cottonwood thing. It stuck to my eyeball. Like I was just, riding my bike and all of a sudden, ka-chow. Right to my eyeball, and it was like, ugh. Rough. But anyway, every time I cut my sister's grass when it's like cottonwood season, I have to wear a COVID mask now. Yeah. Doing the contracts for the AI. No, contracts are definitely worth it. That's what I'm doing right now. That is actually all we're doing on this map is contracts. The only land that we own is like the quote-unquote common ground because you can't sell it. And we own a little homestead where we park our equipment. But other than that, I am strictly a contract farmer. That's it. So right now I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of what are these called? Fertilizing contracts. Doing fertilizing contracts, and then hopefully later today I'll start harvest contracts.
Those pay really well.
Well, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to do like second fertilizing on a bunch of this stuff. So probably gonna be a fertilizing contract candidate, chat. Am I driving? I mean, I do have guidance steering, also known as GPS. So like when I'm in a straight line, I'm not driving. But when I turn, yeah, I'm doing the turning. But like right here, watch, I'm gonna hit that button. It's gonna go find its line, hit my cruise control, and I'm not driving though.
Greatest mod ever.
What?
Greatest mod ever.
What? Guidance steering?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you could finally use it, Sean?
No, I can't.
Why?
I don't own the game yet.
You don't own the game?
On Xbox, that's it.
You don't own the game, Sean?
On Xbox, that's it.
Oh man. So if you're on PC, the guidance steering mod is on PC. It's under gameplay, and the picture just says like GPS. It's made by Wobster. This sprayer is not the best representation of how guidance steering works. I will tell you that much. It's the sprayer, not guidance steering. The sprayer steering is very slow to react to guidance steering. So if you notice, I just slow down, and then once I'm locked on my line, I just pitter patter. You know what I mean?
Dude,
So
the deer sprayer I got it.
That work better.
Goes, oh yeah.
Yeah, this sprayer
freak out is like that.
Yeah, this sprayer, the turning's just a little slow, but that's fine. That's totally fine. Oklahoma, where the wind comes. Sweeping down the plain. Well, I need to turn around. And then actually, because I'm running precision chat, you guys might notice that I've been spraying for a while, and I've only used like 15% of my sprayer tank. Because I have the variable rate turned all the way down, because I'm on seasons and I can do that. I can kind of cheat the system here a little bit, you know? Yeah. Didn't no sleep? Okay, first off, chicken wing. Hello, how are you? Second off, I need to order parts. I'm pretty much to the point of the tractor where it's time to like actually order parts. Did you
actually go yesterday?
Did I go where?
Farm?
Yeah, we took the other 3 cylinders out yesterday. The other 3 pistons.
I didn't know based on what you told us in speak.
I was kind of slacking a little bit yesterday, wasn't I?
No.
I might have been.
Never.
Yeah, so we went to the farm yesterday. Well, okay, the other thing is, it isn't me slacking. Dad had to do a bunch of stuff for work on the computer. Part of selling lawnmowers for certain companies is you have to go through like a school almost online for said company. And apparently Dad's boss has been severely slacking at doing that. So Dad like has spent the last 3 days basically chained to a computer, just doing this like these tests basically, where you have to read a thing and then take a little test at the end to make sure that you read the thing, right? Most of the information Dad already knows, but it's still, he has to sit there and go through it all. So that's why we were kind of late getting going yesterday there, Trent, because Dad was working. He was working, but not working. But yesterday,
that out there.
By the time we got to the farm yesterday, we ended up knocking, so Sunday we knocked out cylinder number 2. Or piston number 2. Okay, we knocked out number 2 on Sunday. And that was the worst looking one. 2 and 3 were like the worst ones. 1 and 4 looked really good. Especially 1. I don't think 1 had any water in it. 2 and 3 had all the water. 4 was probably had a little water in it. So we knocked out 2 on Sunday. And then yesterday we knocked out number 3. And then we were actually able to grab the crank start for the tractor. And I was actually able to get the other 2 to move. Now, we still took them apart and we knocked them out because the rings are junk, if nothing else. You know, all the rings are junk. So that's definitely coming apart anyway. But yeah, we did get there's no pistons in my engine now. They're all knocked out. And I went on a website we're probably going to be ordering parts from, and put together a bit of a cart on this website. And then I was like, oh, I should have just bought a tractor that was running.
How much?
So if we were a little unsure what we're doing with the radiator right now, we definitely know the radiator has a leak. Or has been leaking over the years. I don't know if it currently has a leak, but it definitely used to have a leak. It's kind of rough looking. So with a radiator, if we have to go with a new one, I think my cart was like $1,300.
Oh, I was expecting more.
Now, I didn't buy any of this. I was just looking at parts yesterday, you know. And there's gonna be more. There's gonna be some other piddly stuff. This was, you know, the engine rebuild kit, a complete engine gasket kit,
The basics.
what are those other things called? Valves. It was a full valve kit because we were gonna go ahead and do that. Rear main seal, front main seal, radiator hoses, air intake hose. There's this little inside the oil bath. There's actually kind of like an air filter type thing. Went ahead and put one of those on there. I don't know. I mean, I could show you guys the card if you're actually that curious.
No, I was just curious on how much you were estimated.
Yeah, and then mostly yesterday was just, I just wanted to get kind of a rough idea of how much it was going to cost. You know, because I just wasn't sure. You know, I've been looking through this catalog and
Shopping around.
yeah. Well, it's probably going to be from this one company because they've got a ton of stuff. And there's little things like, okay, I didn't look up anything for the exhaust. We need at least a muffler or a pipe or something. Because we kind of trashed the old one getting it off the tractor, and it was trashed anyway, so. It was bent from the tree pretty bad, so.
Couldn't some of this be, like, custom built?
I wouldn't say that. You know, there's like I said, it's a website just full of old Alice Chalmers parts. Like, this is what this company does, is Alice Chalmers parts, so. And then little things like, okay, I'm probably going to need a new oil pressure gauge. I didn't put that on the list. I did put a water temperature gauge, though, because I know mine's junk. It's bad looking. But oil pressure gauge, and, yeah, maybe you should put a new voltage gauge on there, you know, little things like that. You know, the goal is to get the tractor running before winter, and then have winter to work on like the small stuff, you know, like getting new tires on the tractor. I'll worry about that later, you know.
So you got to get it running first.
Yeah. Didn't know tractors. They don't. That's the problem. They don't run on water. That's the problem.
But wait, do they run on moonshine?
Maybe. The water is what messed up my tractor. Previous owner, I didn't do it, Chad, okay? I would have fixed it like right away and the tractor would have lived. And somebody's definitely been in that engine. I don't think, I kind of don't know if the pistons that we pulled out are original. The clutch definitely is not original that's in there. The clutch disc has a sticker on it like it came off a shelf yesterday. Like not a price tag, but like a little orange sticker that you might use as a price tag, you know? So that's saving me like hundreds of dollars right there. The fact that the tractor's been split before and the clutch is brand new. So that's saving me like a lot of money, which is good, you know? I'm happy about that, but it's a labor of love, and I'm not saying that money is not an issue, but like I'll put some money into it, you know? You just have win the lottery. True.
But where's the fun in that?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it is. It's just an awesome project. It's fun. Dad and I are having a great time with it. Yeah, it's going to end up costing me total. I'll probably be in it like $2,000 by the time we get done. Actually, maybe more than that by the time I do tires too. Because tires, I fear the tires. The day I have to pay for the tires, I fear that day. Because it needs 4 tires. Really, we could get by with 3, but if I'm going to do it, we're going to do all 4 and just make a match, you know? But it's just a fun project, and I don't really have, like, hobbies besides, like, gaming, which is my job. And, well, that's about it, so. Only thing you would have done different is found you an old John Deere. So the weird thing about this tractor is I didn't really find it. It found me. And I know that sounds stupid, but like I didn't go looking for this tractor. It totally found me. For those of you that haven't heard the story, the guy that rented the property next to where my dad works, and he's rented this property for like 30 years, the owner of the property decided he wanted to sell. So the guy that was living there was like, oh, I need to move, because he was living in a house there. So he had the tractor. He's the one that ran all the water into it and locked it up and then let it sit with water in it, which is where all the rust came from in the rings. And he contacted Dad's boss, known Dad's boss forever. He's, like I said, he's lived there 30 years next door to him, and just said, hey, can you like put my tractor on your, like, can you just like store my tractor for me? And then come to find out, the guy kind of wanted to sell the tractor. So I'm not really sure if like Dad's boss went over and moved it and had intentions on selling it, or I'm not exactly sure what the deal was. But basically the guy just needed a place to go with his tractor. And Dad's boss was like, yeah, we can just park it out back. That's fine. Because there's plenty of junk back there. You would never notice another little tractor. You know what I mean? And then Dad happened to say something to me, because he knows I have a soft spot in my heart for Alice Chalmers, because my grandpa had an Alice Chalmers WD or a WD-45. We're not actually sure. None of us can remember if it was just a WD or WD-45. And he had a WD 8010. That was his biggest tractor he ever owned. So I have a soft spot in my heart for them their orange tractors. You know what I mean? So when Dad said that there was a bee up there, I didn't even know what it was, to be completely honest. I'd never seen an Alice Chalmers bee. I'd never heard of an Alice Chalmers bee. And I Googled it right away on my phone. Dad and I were out driving around. I don't remember what we were doing that day. It was either Sunday or Wednesday, but like Dad and I were out driving around. I think it was a Sunday. And I Googled it on my phone and I was like, oh my God, that looks like a WD, just smaller. Because it does. It looks like a WD, just a smaller tractor. And I was like, oh my God. Like, that's kind of sick looking, you know? And I told Dad, I was like, man, I kind of want to buy it. Not knowing what the actual tractor looked like. I just Googled, Alice Chalmers bee. Cool Cowboy, what's up, man? How you doing? And so Dad talked to his boss and the mechanic guy where my dad works, and the mechanic was good buddies with the neighbor again. And the mechanic goes, yeah, he'll probably sell it for like $300. Well, Dad told me that, and I was like, absolutely, I'm in, sign me up. Still had not seen the tractor. Okay.
A question.
What's up?
If you would have seen the tractor before, would have you agreed to buy it still?
Yeah. I would have paid more money for it, because the tractor, like the actual, outside of the hood being a little dented from a tree hitting it, like the fenders are in great, the paint's in great shape. And then finding out the little bit of the story on the tractor that's from, 47. It's older than my dad. Like, I just think that's cool, Cool Cowboy, I'm doing great, man. So the tractor, in a way, kind of found me. I didn't find the tractor. Which I know, like I said, I know that's weird, but that's kind of how it happens, So Dad talked to the guy. Or no, back up. So we went to look at the tractor. So Dad talked to his mechanic, who said like, yeah, we should be able to get it for like $300. And then the following Sunday, Dad and I went up there and we looked at the tractor, and it was under like a truck bed cover, so we couldn't really see it, but we could at the same time. And we knew it was locked up. So that was, we definitely knew that, and we knew it was going to be a project to get it running. But Dad and I looked at the tractor, and I don't like the love word, the L word. I don't like saying it, but man, I fell in love with that tractor. I really did. And that day, I had my money on me. I had the money for the tractor on me. And we didn't talk to the owner of it that day. Actually, I haven't talked to that guy at all. But basically Dad said, you know, hey, I'll call him tomorrow, because he didn't have his number on him. He had his number in the computer at work, you know. So I left my money in the truck, and I told Dad, I was like, there's $300 in the glove box, which there's never money in his glove box in his truck, just for the record. But I left $300 in there, and I said, here you go, here's the money for the tractor. And the next day Dad called him, and the guy came in, and Dad made the deal. I got, you know, that's when Dad gave him the money, and tractor's mine. So I would have paid more for it, honestly. I'm glad I didn't pay more for it because of everything we're having to put into it, but...
Let's say, how much more would you have been willing to pay, though?
Well, not knowing exactly how much it was going to cost to, you know, fix it up, I don't know how much more it would have gone.
Couple hundred?
Probably, yeah. I mean, just the fact that we knew it was blown up, or not blown up, but locked up, I don't think I would have gone past like 500 probably.
That's decent.
Yeah, I mean, there's a perfectly good running one that Dad saw online for like $1,800. That's been rebuilt, actually completely restored, repainted, everything. $1,800. And it's like, man, that's looking more attractive by the minute, you know? So. And for the record, just so everybody's aware, I'm not trying to like brag about how much I'm putting into this tractor or anything. I'm just trying to be transparent because I think it's, you know, it's just me being honest with you guys about how much I'm putting into this tractor. You know what I mean? And I don't think there's anything wrong. Money's a weird topic, you know? So. Yeah, well, 6, me too. It's fun. And Zach was there the other day. My not son, you know? Zach was wrenching on the tractor. He's the one that took out like the bolts that mounted it to the transmission. Like, Zach did that, you know? He did all kinds of stuff. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you welcoming in. How's it going?
Speaking of tractors.
Yeah.
I got an update.
Yeah?
Mowing time in half.
Really?
It used to take a little over an hour. Now 30 to 40, maybe 45 minutes.
That's awesome. That's good. Good macro. Yeah, I just know that money's like a taboo subject, you know? And anytime you talk about money, it's like, oh, he's bragging. It's like, that's not at all what I'm trying to do. I just think it's better if I'm like transparent, you know? Because, you know, let's be honest, you know, this is my job. You guys pay my bills, you know what I mean? So why shouldn't I be honest about what I'm doing, you know? At least to a point. I'm not gonna tell you guys how much I spent on Grubhub in a month, but you know, I'll tell you what I'm putting into my tractor. Too much is how much on Grubhub, by the way. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just think it's interesting, and Dad's already, for the record, I found a tractor on Craigslist yesterday, and I'm kind of regretting. Like, I don't want to tell Dad about it because I have a feeling he's gonna go buy it. Because Dad wants an Alice Chalmers C. Because the B is the wide front end, and they made a C that has a narrow front end, and the tractors are basically the same, a little bit different, but he is like all about it. And I found one. It's in Illinois. It's up north a little bit. It'd be a couple-hour journey. But it's one of those, it ran when we parked it, is what the listing said. And I was like, I'm not even going to show him this because we're going to take a road trip if I do. I don't know why, but he is so like, he wants one so bad. I guess, I don't know if we want to go like drag 2 to farm shows and like, I don't know, have dueling little tractors. I don't know. That's my plan, is to head to a farm show or 2 next year. With the tractor and do some plowing. That's my goal, is to get the plow up and going too, and be out there on my ancient technology, you know, doing some work. So that's my plan. But it's interesting. It's actually kind of amazing how many like parts there actually are available for these old tractors. It's kind of incredible. At least the Alice Jump, or at least the B, because that's all I'm really looking for, to be honest. So, yeah. It's kind of incredible. Yeah, I think it's a good time. That field's already done, right? Yeah, this field's already done. Alright, we'll just go back this way then. No big deal. No big deal. Yeah, tires though. Ugh. Ugh. And the rear tires have fluid in them too. They have calcium chloride, which basically is salt water. And, well, you know, salt and like steel, not good together, very corrosive. So I'm hoping my rims are in good shape and I don't have to buy new rims. I can, they're out there, but I'd rather not. So, yeah, there's that. But I would love to win the lottery and buy a new tractor, sure. No previous. Which cedar is that? $140,000? Are we in the cedar or planter category? It said cedar, so I'm gonna go in there. $140,000. There is no $140,000 cedar. Which one are you looking at? Over here, 140. Yeah, there's no 140, 139,000 for the Kinsey. First one that says that you don't know the money. That one, 139. I'm assuming you're talking about this Kinsey, right? This Kinsey would be a good, well, so, okay, so hold up. This Kinsey does not fertilize. You can tell by the little symbols down here. So this has the bag of seed. So that'll seed, right? Will not fertilize. You rounded up the Kinsey, okay. It's all good. Now, I will tell you, if you go to the Vaderstad right next door to it, that fertilizes as well. Basically, that little symbol is what that means, right? Little symbol there. The Kinsey wouldn't be a bad one, but it doesn't fertilize. That's the only thing. It doesn't fertilize. But, and then the other thing is, you know, it only plants to certain crops, too. Make sure you know that, too. I mean, you have a way to fertilize, right? Like a spreader or sprayer or something. If you have another way to fertilize, the Kinsey would be fine. It'll just take another pass across your field to fertilize. That's not a huge deal. Now, the Kinsey would be great. Should be. I don't know if I've actually personally used that one, but it should be fine. Should be totally fine. Like I said, it just doesn't fertilize. That's all. So that is something to keep in mind. But even if you just have a pellet spreader, you know, like this one right here, $65,000. This is a great spreader. So, yep. Sprayer. You have? Don't know which one that is. Oh, Bessie, we're in the trees.
It's a cedar.
Oh, cedar. Okay. Hang on. Turn off. Crashing over here, chat. You have. I don't know which one you have. I don't know which one that is. Which one is that? Is that this guy? It's this guy. This guy's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it fertilizes too. It's just, you know, it's only 6 meters wide, right?
And it's the no-till.
Yeah. I mean, when you have money, you're able to, you know, buy the bigger stuff, you know. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just small. That's all. Okay, raise. There we go. Hello. There we go. All right. Don't answer questions and drive, Sean. Jeez. Stop the sprayer first. That doesn't mean stop questions, by the way. I'm totally fine answering questions. One of these days I'll learn how to drive in this game, you know?
Are we sure of that?
You know.
Let's say you've said the same for 15, 17, 19.
You're not wrong, Sean. Chat. For those of you that don't know, this is Sean Sinclair from chat, who's, you know, been watching since like 9 years ago, probably, right? Right?
Since the beginning of Twitch.
Yeah. Sean's been watching for a long time. Been a long time.
And then the last few on YouTube.
Yep. That's why you're so stressed you don't know what to buy. Well, you know, you can also lease equipment. If you don't know what to buy, you can always lease something and you'll only spend, you know, a fraction of the money on it instead of all your money. Just make sure before you fast time or when you're done with something, make sure you return it, because the leasing cost per hour will absolutely kill you. So make sure you return whatever you lease. But you can definitely lease stuff and try it out. If it works, cool. And if it doesn't, well, that's fine too, you know. That's just part of the learning process with the game, I would say, right? Doing contracts can help too, because you get to try out different equipment and be like, hey, I like that seeder, or hey, I don't like that seeder at all, you know? Forage wagons. What do forage wagons do? By the way, Sandcamp, what's up, bro? With your blushy face, how are you? So we'll just click on a random one here. They all do the same thing. So basically this right here, where these wheels are, that lowers down, and this becomes a pickup head, like on a baler. And so if you have a windrow of straw or grass or hay, that will pick it up and transport it loose instead of baling it. So basically it's just a way to, you know, say you combine and you have straw down and you want to sell that straw, or you want to take that straw to your cows, you can just pick it up loose in a forage wagon and move it around like that. So that's what a forage wagon does. It just picks up stuff loose, and moves it around like that. Yeah. Instead of putting it into a bale form, basically. A lot easier than bale it and having to use forklifts and such. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to use a forklift when you bale.
Use the bale trailer.
Yeah, bale trailer for the win. Yuppers.
Especially the auto load.
Yeah, actually, well, here, if you don't know, so this thing right here, this is for round bales. You drag this around your field, and this will haul you round bales, 24 round bales. Come over here. This one here is for square bales. This will haul 14 square bales. That's where it's at. I don't mess with like front loaders and stuff for bales. Try not to anyway. Oh, Sandcamp, you got so much freaking rain, man. Holy cow, I was like shocked, man. Bales, yeah, you can move more liters per load with baling, yes. Unless you get like a modded loading wagon, which there is a modded one in Mod Hub that holds quite a bit. So, but mods are a whole different beast. I keep saying that if you guys are brand new to the game, I highly discourage you from even messing with mods, you know. I would not recommend messing with mods. Learn the game first. and then go to mods, and it'll make you appreciate the in-game equipment, or make you appreciate the mods more when you know like where you've come from, if that makes sense. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. But that's something I try to tell every new person to the game. Like, don't worry about mods. Learn the base game first. There's plenty of base game equipment. You know, you don't need mods to play this game. Mods just make this game better. So, yeah. Exactly, Sandcamp. Go to the Pop Smurf website eventually. Crazy mods, yeah. Some cool mods.
For the
awesome
OP.
A little bit, yeah. Little bit.
It's not it, it's a lot.
Well, but the nice thing is, like, at least the way Plugger's done his mods for 22, where you can choose your own capacity. It's like a choose your own adventure, you know? So it's kind of nice like that.
Yeah, except for the price range.
Oh, there's that too. There is that. Razgo, at first did I change my money? Kind of. So the way I started this map is I came on here and I sold field 2. Sold field 2. I don't want it. So we own the common ground and we own the homestead. And then I sold off all the equipment that we also started with, right? And then basically I could have gone in and like edited the XML or used the dev controls to get rid of money. But I didn't feel like doing that. So I actually was leasing a way to hemorrhage money. I was leasing the giant cotton harvester, and I just kept leasing them and then returning them and then leasing them and returning them. So until I got down to about $35,000 is where we started this map at. No equipment, only owning the common ground in the homestead, and $35,000. So that's how we started. And we have we've just been earning money through contracts ever since. For now, Ninja, yeah. Trent's here and Sean's here in TeamSpeak, but I'm a solo farmer today, yes. Which is fine. Totally fine.
It looks like Tony's having fun on his documentary today.
Uh-oh. Looks like you're opening a package right now? Hello? Leonard. Hello, sir. How are you? Oh, man. Hey, I've accomplished what I set out to this week, Leonard. I have the Space Needle ready to send for Friday for Satisfactory tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw you loaded that last night.
I let it run all night last night and all day yesterday. Let it run for like 20 hours yesterday. That map's almost up to 100 hours now, I think. So I'll run it again tonight probably.
Yeah, so what do chickens eat?
What do chickens eat? Chickens will eat standby. I need to look.
I know wheat.
Wheat, and I think
Sorghum?
wheat, barley, and sorghum. Wheat, barley, and sorghum. I had to look. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Wheat, barley, and sorghum. Yeah, you can change the XML. I don't like messing with it, honestly. Trent's still blaming the internet to not to play. How do you liking that wired there, Trent?
That's alright. I mean, I hooked it up, but I think it took a while for it to find itself, but
Okay.
pretty nice.
All right. Not the biggest. Okay. Awesome.
Had to buy a 50-foot Ethernet cable though, but
And sorghum. They eat sorghum too. Wheat, barley, and sorghum. Good old sorghum. Yeah. You don't see a lot of streamers on Farm Sim 22, so you appreciate Mr. Really? Okay. Need price and stuff. I would say probably wheat. Because you'll get extra wheat and you can sell it too. Because if you have a decent sized field, you'll have extra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll have
I was
extra.
thinking sorghum.
Oh. Up till 3 a.m. last night. Whoa. At least US based. There's a lot of us US based farm sim streamers, but you know, there actually is. There's quite a few. Quite a few. Not so much during the days, like this time of day. It's mostly Germans and stuff, you know? Yeah. Yield was terrible for yes, sorghum for silage was awful. I was so annoyed that day. It was awful. It was so bad. Yeah. Oh man. You're playing on the one with hot air balloons? Oh, Baileron? Compared to COD or Fortnite. Well, this is like a tiny game compared to those games. You know what I mean? Like this is a tiny game compared to those. Yeah, which is actually, you know, these day streams that I do Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, noon central. Cough, cough. Not a shameless promotion for my own schedule. They're fantastic because like there's not a lot of English speakers during the days, you know. So
They will be taking a break in like a month or two.
take a break. Why?
The day streams, Christmas light season.
Oh man, don't even.
It's already September.
I know. Where did this year go? I saw a Snapchat story or Instagram story this morning. They're like, it's September 1st. And I'm just like, what happened? Where did this year go? Like, it's just vanished. Not that the year's over, but like, I just broke my Twitch. Oh God. Dad, I can't see you all right now. Stand by. Stand by. I broke everything. Don't let me click buttons, chat, ever, okay? But you know what I mean? Like, I just, it's like, where did this year go? I just don't know. What's English? I speak American. Oh, man. Okay. Holiday. Yeah, Sean's talking about Christmas light season. All right, Leonard will catch you. So those of you that are new, which there's always people that are new here, right? Leonard is the bot.
I think that's on Carson's side.
Oh, that is Carson's side. That's not here right now. Okay. Sorry, Leonard. Okay, all bots die. First off, no apologies for asking questions, okay? This stream thrives on answering. I thrive on answering questions. I love sharing my knowledge of the game with you guys. Like, legitimately, I do. So please do not. Leonard, it's on Carson's end, and he's not here right now. I'm sorry. He spelled it different ways, too. Oh, man. Hi, Jeff. What's up? Blame Carson. There you go. But anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, don't apologize for asking questions, please. I really do enjoy answering questions. And honestly, when you guys are asking questions, it makes the stream go by so much faster because I have something to talk about, you know? So don't fret. What's the difference between, his question was, what's the difference between like buying mores? Obviously you want to use this thing. Let's be real. No, the difference between buying a more, like the big M, or using like the other mores that you can put on your tractor. There is no difference. Money is the biggest difference. You know what I mean? Money is the biggest difference. The Krone Big M is very expensive. Yeah. Never used a silage cutter. What? What silage cutter front attachment? I don't know what that is. If you're trying to empty a bunker, there's a mod for that. But, you know. Tractor one's better for money, assuming you have a tractor that has, say, a front 3-point. Is, to be honest, the best rig as far as mowing grass is going to be these guys here. The only problem is this is tow behind. And when you go to back up, those wheels turn. They steer. So it's kind of a nightmare to back up. But as long as you're driving forward. Okay. Yeah. But the Pottingers are good too. They're all good. I mean, they all work. How do you create a balance? Sand camp, you get a piece of paper and you balance it on the edge of a table. You know? There you go. That's how you do it. You balance that sheet on the edge of a table. No. An old barn production. Yeah. Okay. There is also a mod on the mod hub. Right here. This thing. This thing works quite well. Put it on the front of your tractor, and then it'll scoop up silage, grass, any of that stuff out of your bunker. So say you have a bunker full of TMR, you can just scoop it right up. And it works quite well. Yeah. So put it on the test. That mod I just showed you, by the way, is under the loading wagon category on Mod Hub. Ninja, absolutely not. No.
Well, I made no engineering.
No, just no. No is the answer.
Yeah, exactly. That is the answer.
If you're playing with only fertilizer, yes. So what I would do is mulch after harvest and roll after planting. Yep. You'll break your no loan rule and buy it right now.
I mean, the link I posted is cheaper.
You're driving your forage wagon back and forth. Yeah, go download the mod. It's under loading wagons in the mod hub. It goes on the front of your tractor and then puts your loading wagon on the back or some kind of trailer. It works fairly well. What, Trent? What'd you say?
But or the link I posted.
For picking up?
No, like for your mowers.
Oh, for mowing. Yeah.
That's when that guy was talking about the mowers.
Literally doing it right now. Fertilize, mulch, seed. Well, okay, it depends what you're trying to seed. It depends if your seeder works ground, then you're good, yeah. But basically, yes. Yeah, that's what you'd have to do. And then every couple harvests, assuming, because you can turn lime on or off. If you have your lime on, you got to lime every like 3 harvests. But
And same with the plow.
Plowing's only after certain crops. So like if you plant corn and you have your plowing turned on, then you have to plow after corn, sugar beet, potatoes, or sugar cane, I believe. The whole thing. It's the whole thing. There you go. Look for the bright red object. Make it pink too if you want. Looks good in pink, not gonna lie.
Forage pickup is what it's called. It
Yeah,
looks like.
lizard forage pickup. What's the cheapest cedar? Oh man, I don't even know. Come on, Bessie, turn. Hello? Turning. The cheapest seater.
It does no till.
I mean,
The coon, I think. One of the coons.
honestly, I wouldn't worry. Like, I would try to get to at least the Pottinger, you know? Because, like, this having 6 meters and your capacity, I would try, and it fertilizes. I would try to get to that Pottinger, personally. I know it's expensive, but
Yeah, that's actually the cheapest one, it looks like, too.
I'm officially invited for Thanksgiving. Well, where are you at in the country? Like, what state?
Is there going to be pumpkin pie?
Yeah, there has to be pumpkin pie. It has to be good pumpkin pie, too. It's like, some people make nasty pumpkin pie. Just saying. I've had nasty pumpkin pie. I'm not a fan.
We can never get it.
Do what?
We can never get the pumpkin pie right, so we usually just buy it.
Oh. I mean, I'm down for some apple pie, too. Don't get me wrong. Hence the pie face, you know? Yeah. All right.
Oh, plot twist.
The Padger should no-till, yes. Should. Oh. Virginia.
Oh, and there's no
Ramen.
ramen. And you're there by yourself.
All right, I'll go to my sister's instead, but thanks. Hopefully I'll have the Christmas lights done and I'll actually be able to enjoy Thanksgiving this year, huh? That's the hope. I might just stream all day. I don't know. We'll see. Last year I really, like, because of Farm Sim being new and stuff, I kind of alienated myself from the family, and like the family's kind of salty about it still.
I'd say, what, you're streaming all Thanksgiving last year?
Nice, Ninja. Do you watch one? Sorry,
I think you were streaming last Thanksgiving.
I did, yeah.
No sand cap.
Sand camp, exclamation point 24.
Oh, wait. Sandcap, you coming to John's place to do half of that?
He probably would, actually, Sean. He'd be like, I get to play on a PC? I'm in. Right, Sand? Alright, I think the only other field, I think, oh, I need to do 24 and 27. Then I think I can collect contracts. Ever again. There you go. No, I was saying before, for those of you that don't know, because there's always new people in chat. I do a Christmas light display, and I do about 20,000 lights roughly, plus a whole yard full of, you know, deer and arches. You name it, it's all out there. You know, I got it all. I got a 20-foot tall inflatable Santa for this year. I got all kinds of good stuff. You know.
Isn't there a command for it?
Exclamation point lights. I believe it has to be a mod or a VIP though. There you go. There you go. That's just a really crummy. That's just a really crummy picture of it, but there you go. That's it from a couple years ago. I got computer controlled lights. It's awesome. So basically my streaming schedule will be trimmed a little bit during the process of putting lights up. So what you mean, sugarcane harvest? So we'll see. Gotcha, San. There you go, San. There you go. You can just come here and do sugarcane. That's right. Yeah. Buy me some ding dongs. There
Trent
you
and
go.
Zach cheered Dex 200 lol.
I should have some ding dongs every time that place. I should just eat a ding dong, right?
Yes.
No. Trent, thanks for the 200.
But I'd rather it be funny bones.
What's a funny bone? Isn't that when you like hit your elbow?
No, the cake's made by Hostess.
I've never heard of a funny bone. The tinkle in my pants?
No. L3FT43 at cheered Dex 100. John no H smells like feet.
Oh, Trent. Or what's your name? Sandcamp? No. Laugh, thanks for the bits. Mad at everybody right now. Goodness me.